entrepreneurship and business. What role in haves and have-nots? As we definitely see the landscapes of businesses and communities like ours are different than communities outside of where we live and stay. And then at that point, we're going to be open for comment and question for the people here. Thank you for everybody watching and participating. This is year 2, brick by brick by brick, decade thinking. Yusef, it's on you.
I mean, it's about an ideology around the type of business that you're trying to create. So I referenced earlier the Urban Network. That was the first institution that I was able to help build. And when I talked about earlier impromptu, like that shit was really impromptu. I'm walking down Grand River, and I'm like, damn, they got a rent sign on here. I know the owner, the A-Rad guy, Sam, and I'm like, man, I want to rent the spot. Matter of fact, me and Joe Black was at that time I had a record company called Urban Grill Entertainment. Joe Black was an artist. He was a producer on it. I was trying to be my Sugar Puff Daddy, some shit like that, right?
Hilarious.
And I was going through a transitional phase, and we brought the equipment in, right? I had no business plan. I had nothing but a heart and determination. And my budget was love. My budget was hope. My budget was I give a fuck. That was it, right? And again, going back to relationships, because of my relationship with the Bog Center, it was a foundation out of California that they finally came out of like TV or something, right? They came and they interviewed us. They gave everybody interviewed $20,000. Took the $20,000, invested in the Urban Network. First rule of thumb, I'm so immature in this. You don't invest that type of money into a building that you don't own. But I'm trying to serve my people. I put my people first. I'm not thinking about none of those things when I don't know those. This is my first time engaging in the business. My Conrad Quasi, at that time, he and other Conrads, they started multiple business. They were working together, and then brought him. We're working together on one level. Now we're working together on another level, which we had to learn each other. And then he would, because I would come in and I treat it like my clubhouse. I would lay on the couch, take my shoes off, and just be chilling. Like, man, bro, this is a business. If you're gonna do this, you go home. Take your ass home, right? I'm very young in this, but also the story. There was a story attached to what the business that I was able to create, and not knowing how to manage the story. And I share everybody like we're bigger than our story. We're bigger than our story. Our story doesn't make us, and that's what America does. It pimps the shit out of our stories. And I can admit now I was overwhelmed with just being a fucking story. And it ate at me. It bothered the fuck out of me. I'm just a fucking story because I'm nothing but a social prostitute in the grand scheme of things. And transitioning to here, like even though I helped build this, my vision is for this to be a cooperative space. Mm-hmm. This is bigger than the individual. It has the feel good, the neighborhood I grew up on, right down the street from the block that I grew up on. But this is what I'm talking about, like liberation. If this is about liberation, it's beyond my block. It's beyond my individual story. So, but in our business, we tied into community service, community programs, where people see firsthand. If you buy, get the kitchen going on, with Vegan Tuesday, you support this. You're supporting the annual backpack event. When you come out, you rent the Mama Cool House. It allows us to allow communities people to use it for free. Again, this is where we're creating the balance. Also, again, having opportunities to, like someone just rented it for a birthday party, right? And it was on the coldest day that Friday. It was like 2 degrees.
More power to that person that stuck through with their birthday that day.
And the house and the furnace didn't want to get
hot enough
for no. And she kept saying, "Man, it's gonna get hot."
Hey, we get coat on party as a December baby. Sometimes it's like that.
And she didn't ask for no money back. I just volunteered. It go $100 back, right? And just forward thinking. Again, this is how we do keeping things 100. And when we do business with our people like that, we have to look at all sides and being able to be conducive to each other. And that's the difference from working at other spots, but also being conducive to us. Yeah. They're always trying to come in, lowball us and et cetera. But like, I'm going to work with you. I'm going to give you the best price. If you come in and go like, bam, I wanted 2 days and whatever, you can use it next month too for free. Because again, the more you do, because that's what the Urban Network taught me. Mm-hmm. The more people see it, again, that goes back to networking. Through your network, I learned your network, they learn about our spot. And that's where, again, seeing that even though we may not talk a lot, I see your value. Even though we haven't talked about it, because I know I can't exist without you. And vice versa. That is a belief system that I have. Again, diminishing the I in the individual. So that's a part of the business that we don't talk about, and how we can create new opportunities for each other. But the problem is being oppressed people. We're all trying to do the same thing. And so going back, how do we create a system, an ecosystem where we're doing not necessarily the same thing, but we're figuring how on timelines. So we got this here, we're gonna do this, we're gonna help you do this. We're not having those type of conversations. And there's nothing wrong, because again, John do this over there, Susie do that, but there's no coordination. Because we're all serving the same people. And then so if everybody in this room got a GoFundMe up, I mean, that's the most craziest shit ever, right? Everybody got the same fundraising, who we fundraising from? From the same people. Mm-hmm. Oh, this month I'm gonna get a Jawan. Next month I'm gonna get a Khary. 6 months I'm gonna get a Lauren. You know what I mean? Like this is versus how do we get in the room and we create a centralized space? Yeah. Like we talk about anti-capitalism, but we don't talk about cooperative economics enough, where we created a practice. That's how we defeat capitalism. Yeah. By creating a practice, but that practice comes out of building relationship. So again, business is a means to how to serve people, but also a means how to uplift our own selves through the work that we do. Because again, some of us have, like I have a job, I don't have to depend on the mama cool house. Whereas others, they may have to depend on that. And we should be sensitive to that and create opportunities. How do we support that? Because again, I'm under the belief if the mama cool house go down tomorrow, your spot next. And your quasi spot next, right? So we need all Lauren's spot is going to be in jeopardy in the future, because again, what does it communicate to the larger community? That none of us are valuable if we can't keep our institutions, because Black institutions have played a crucial role in the development of Black people to aspire for Black transformation and liberation.
State of Black Detroit 2022 is brought to you by Detroit is Different. You can support Detroit is Different by liking, subscribing, and following Detroit is Different, the website, Facebook page, Instagram page. And also, remember, you can always give to Detroit is Different at Cash App, at Detroit is Different at the cash tag, and through PayPal.